Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Holowitz and I want to thank you for being here for this tutorial on Microsoft Word. In this tutorial we are going to talk about formatting text in Microsoft Word. One of the great things you can do with Word is once you've typed something you can change the way it looks. Let me give you some examples of that. The most important thing you have to remember if you want to change the way something looks is that you have to go in and you have to first select the text you want to change. So for example, if we want to change the way Tony looks, I'm going to select the word Tony. In a future tutorial, I will teach you other ways to select text, but what I did in this case is I just put my pointer to the right of the Y, I click and held the left mouse button, and I drag to the left. Now, once I've selected it, I'm telling Word what it is that I want to change. So I'm going to go up on the ribbon. And again, this whole area up here is considered the ribbon. In past versions of Word, it was called the toolbar. In this version, it's called the ribbon. If I go to the B, you'll see it becomes a little bit highlighted and it's got an orange background. If I go away from it, you'll see that goes away. But when I go up to the B and click on it, it's going to make my name bold. If I go to the I, it's italic. If I go to the U, it's underlined. If I go all the way down to the right, I can add some other characteristics, something called text effects, which I'm not going to go into right now, highlighting, which I can give it a background color, which again I'm going to just ignore for now, and the most important is I can change the color of my name. So if I bring the pointer down onto any of these colors, you'll see when you look at the word Tony, it's actually changing the color to reflect where my pointer is going over. So it gives me a preview. That's one of the biggest differences in this version of Word versus, for example, Word 2003 and below. So if you just put your pointer on any one of these colors, I can click on that color and now I've changed the characteristics. So when you go up to the toolbar up here, you can change the way things look very simply. Now let's this time go and take my last name, and again this time I'm going from the left and dragging to the right. And in this case, I'm going to go up here to where it says Verdana, and I'm going to click on the drop down. And you'll notice that the drop down goes way down over my name, so you can't see it. You can't see my name. You can't see any of the impact it's having on my name because my name is hidden. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here. I'm going to select all this text. I'm going to come up again on the ribbon. And if I call it the toolbar, it's just because old habits die hard. And I want to draw your attention to these three sets of lines. There's also a fourth one which I'll address later. But if I put my pointer on this one, you'll notice that it's got an orange background. That means that all the text is aligned to the left, which is the standard. If I come here, it's aligned center. If I come here, I'm going to align it to the right. Let's go center, left, go back, and to the far right. The reason I'm putting it to the right is because of the simple fact that now when I go up here to change the type style, you're going to see that as I put my pointer over these items, it's going to change to the text that is selected or my cursor is going over. So as I drag it down, it's actually a preview of what it's going to look like. Let's go up and do something like this to make it very big. Now, I can also come up, click on the drop down where the number is, and this is the type size. And as I drag it up and down, you'll see the impact it has on the type size. So I'm just going to choose 28. Again, my highlighting's on. Let's go back, look some of the other type styles to see what it is that I want to change it to. So you're going to see, based on a variety of characteristics, whether I have bold, italic, underline, it's going to change the way this looks. Let me just change it to this one for now. And that's how you change the font or type style. Very easy to do. This is something you can easily come in and play with, practice with, and see how it impacts things as you go forward using Microsoft Word. One tip I will give you here is if you're writing something, do not, and I repeat, do not do your formatting until you're complete with your document, until you finish the document. Because in this example, when I go to type the next thing, you're going to see it keeps all the characteristics of what the previous type style was. So it just carries that over to the next thing I type. Sometimes you just want to make one word big. Maybe you want to make it bold or red or yellow, whatever it is. But once you've done that, anything you type after it will retain those same settings or looks or feel. So keep that in the back of your mind. I usually recommend don't do any of the formatting until you get done working on the document. My name is Tony Holowitz. Thank you so very much for being here. Have a great day.